Picture this, you find yourself at the bottom of a rocky mountain and your intention is to scale it, only you've got no idea as to what route to take to the top. There is no clear guideline or instruction. In fact, from where you're stood, it almost looks as if it's two-dimensional in nature, but you must get to the top. So the question is, which route do you take? Well, this is the situation we found ourselves in only a couple of days ago while climbing a mountain in Wales called Tryfan. We had no idea how we would get even halfway, let alone to the top. But before you knew it, we'd been climbing for about 3/4 of an hour and all of a sudden we were able to appreciate some of the views. But how did we get there? Now this may sound cliche, but we put one foot in front of the other and we gained momentum. We took action. And this gave birth to a concept that, for the sake of this, I will refer to as momentum reveals the trail. Think about that. Momentum reveals the trail. If we hadn't have set off, if we hadn't have taken steps, we would have never even found ourselves in that position, because from the bottom, all we could see was rocks, a wall of rock. That's right, we had put one foot in front of the other and taken action. We committed to what we set out to achieve. And it's this concept that I want to take a minute to explore, because momentum reveals the way. Momentum reveals the trail. Think about this as a metaphor for life. If you're like me, perhaps you found yourself in a situation where you've wanted to embark upon a new endeavour, whether it be a hobby or a new career path or even an awkward conversation. And ideally, you'd want to know the full process, the steps to take, and even the outcome before entering into it. However, at times, without all the answers, we can be paralysed and beaten into submission before we even take a step, guaranteeing failure before we even get out the gate. Les Brown once said, "You don't need to be great to be started, but you need to start in order to be great." And it's standing by the courage of our convictions and taking action that allows us to gain momentum and consequently move us ever closer to achieving our objectives, liberation and empowerment. But don't take my word for it. Arguably one of the greatest minds that ever lived said something to the effect that what's at stop or rest will stay at rest, but what is in motion stays in motion. That was Einstein. And if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. Let the magic of the unknown become known and enjoy the views from the top. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. If you need a nudge getting out of your comfort zone in the first place, you can check out that video right here. And all that's left to say is keep living your truth, guys, and I'ma see you real soon.